Finding a reliable centralized exchange to depend on and trade on, especially for investors who live in jurisdictions where there are KYC issues, it really is hard to find a home for traders. But in this video, I'm going to give you an A to Z walkthrough, a full tutorial on how to use Blofin, no KYC, hundreds and hundreds of trading pairs, whatever niche you're into, whichever coins you like to long and short, they have options for you. And maybe you're a passive investor. They also have options for people who just want to park money somewhere and either have it traded for you, utilize trading bots, or simply stake your tokens. So in this video, I'm going to give you a full-blown Blofin tutorial, the #1 centralized exchange that I go to for all of my trades. So without further ado, let's jump into it. And as always, guys, if you enjoy the content here on In the Game, be sure to drop down below and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more. Every single week here on In the Game, we have you covered from all the hottest niches in crypto, gaming, AI, RWA, meme coins, and more, all here on In the Game. So like and subscribe down below. And of course, shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game. We have some incredible sponsors from Blofin, obviously our premier exchange partner, as well as 𝗲𝗏𝗪 and 𝗪𝗡𝗏 Labs. You can check out all of our sponsors down below in the description. But let's go ahead and jump into it. And obviously, as a preface, I live here in the United States, and over the course of time, it's been very hard to find a long-term home for trading when it comes to centralized exchanges. So centralized exchanges do offer a plethora of benefits over decentralized, and everyone has their cup of tea, whether you want to trade on Hyperliquid, whether you want to trade on Nexus, which are both decentralized platforms, or if you want to park your money, deposit it with a centralized exchange that also has copy trading, staking, all the good stuff that you can expect from a centralized exchange. A lot of them have enforced KYC over the course of time and have made it very hard for United States investors specifically to be able to participate with stuff like Bybit, etc., who have enforced KYC if you want to trade, and they are ruling out / annexing United States investors from being able to use their platform. Well, we introduced to you Blofin. And whenever I started using Blofin, I really fell in love with it immediately. It's one of the easiest platforms to use top to bottom. And also for people who may not be so privy or think that they're a master trader, when it comes to leverage trading, there are options for you to park your money and have it traded for you in multiple different formats. So let's go ahead and jump in to Blofin right now. So first and foremost, you can jump in and buy crypto without having crypto on chain, which I think is very important whenever it comes to centralized exchanges. You're going to want an option, especially if you are a beginner in crypto and you might not understand sending money on different blockchains, that terminology, making sure you're on base chain or avalanche chain to send your funding, that is over the head of a lot of new investors. So you can come through here and you can buy crypto with Apple Pay, Google Pay, MasterCard, Visa, and then it automatically deposits into your Blofin account. So that is an immediate advantage here when it comes to Blofin. But if you are looking to simply deposit funds into your Blofin account natively on chain, you just go up to assets here, you click deposit, and you can cater to / deposit on chains like Solana, Base, Arbitrum, Ethereum. There are so many different options. You can deposit Bitcoin, USDC, USDT, and you can usually deposit about 90% of the options that are tradable on Blofin to be able to then sell or trade it, whatever the case is. So you can deposit so many different cryptos, and then to withdraw, you just simply click withdraw. So it's a very easy format to get your money in and out. And like I mentioned, if you are brand new to crypto, you don't want to use a platform where you have to give up your information. All of a sudden, you can come through here and literally just buy crypto with your MasterCard, your Visa, or even Apple Pay. So that makes it so seamless to get started. And for the people with money already on chain, you can just deposit with one of their chains. But let's go ahead and move into really the bulk of the platform. So when you look at it, you can see markets, and this is going to go over the different coins that they cater to. And whenever I show you the amount of pairs that Blofin has, you can see why this is one of the go-tos in the market. So at the top, we have markets, which is just going to show you the pairs that they have for spot, different pairs for leverage trading as well. But then you see spot, futures, copy trading, Earn, Rewards Hub, and more. So I'm literally going to walk you through every single facet of this platform and the things that I like to utilize as well. So let's jump in. First and foremost, spot. So once again, if you are brand new to crypto here and you are looking to simply buy crypto and hold, maybe you are not experienced in the trading side, you don't want to take the risk of 10, 20x, 30x leverage whenever you're trading Bitcoin, and you simply want to buy and hold Bitcoin. Well, you can come through here and click spot. And what spot means is you are just buying crypto with your money. $500, you want to invest that and you want to park it and you want to hold it. You put $500 here and you have $500 of Bitcoin or whatever pair that you want to cater to. When it comes to spot, they have so many different pairs. As you can see here, I'm just like infinitely scrolling. They cater to probably over 1,000 tokens at this point whenever it comes to spot and futures trading. So they have tons of pairs here for anyone's taste, whether you want to get involved in deep in meme coins, gaming, AI, they usually have what you're looking for here on Blofin. And if you're looking to make a buy on spot, it's pretty simple. You just come over to market, you use this lever here, which will give an allocation of how much you want to invest of your spot account. And then you can go ahead and just click Bitcoin buy, and it's going to buy Bitcoin right there. And then you'll go up to your assets tab, you click on overview, and you'll be able to see the Bitcoin right there in your account. So you can just buy and hold crypto on this exchange, hassle-free, headache-free, deposit, buy. And if you're new to crypto, you can use your credit card, Apple Pay. It really does make it seamless. But really where this platform does thrive is the futures trading. So what I've done, I've deposited a small amount into this account, and we're going to go through here. I'm going to show you how to place different types of trades, limit trades, market trades, as well as adjust the margin levels that you are working with. So let's just use Bitcoin for the first example here. As we can see, you see Bitcoin's trading at about $105,307 as of recording this video. But I want to walk you through on how to do a limit trade and how to do a market trade. And what that means, limit trade means you're setting a price point that if it crosses through that level, your trade is activated. So this is very good for someone who has levels marked on their chart. You've done some technical analysis. Maybe you're looking at this chart. I'm going to zoom in on this and you're saying, okay, if this thing falls, lower than this candle here, so 105,247, you want to go ahead and open up a trade that shorts the market because you think that is a level that is key and you think is going to fall through that. So what you would do, you would go here. Cross margin is usually what I like to do. There's isolated and cross margin. To me, cross margin has always been better, but that is totally up to you to do your research on whichever one trades better for your trading style. So right now, actually, there is a little bit of a red pattern, and this is just really base level, but we're going to go on a short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a 25% 150x long. This is very irresponsible. So if you're a beginner, do not be trading 150x leverage. But what I want to do, as we see, the price is at 105,322. So for me, I'm going to say my trigger price I want to set is 105,247. So that is about $100 off. So let's just go ahead and for example's purposes, I just fell to that level. Okay. So let's go ahead and do 290. So 105,290 on a short. So if that happens, a short will be triggered at that level. So you can see the positions, and it did hit that level. So it is open currently. You can see the liquidation price would be about $107,000. So if Bitcoin went up another $2,000, my position would be liquidated. On top of that, you can see the average price. The amount that I actually used to get into this trade was only $100. But as you can see here, it is a 150x leverage trade. So technically the size you are trading with is amplified because of leverage. You can see your profit and loss here and your realized profit and loss. So there was a $10 trading fee on this trade. So ideally, you would want to profit more than $10, so that way you break even on your fee and you're able to go ahead and get in there and take care of any additional profits that you make on this position. So I am actually just going to leave this trade open. Really, I'll just go through the video and we'll close out these trades after I go ahead and give you guys an example of a market trade. So a market trade, you see something happening in the market right now and you're like, I just want to short the market, I want to long the market, and we're going to use a different coin. So as you can see here, there's so many different pairs when it comes to the futures side. Honestly, I think there's more futures options than spot options on this platform, which is great. Like, it's a trader's paradise whenever it comes to the options that you have on Blofin. So what I'm going to do, I want to choose a pretty hot coin. So I'm going to go here. Let's just go to, we'll do virtuals. I think they have virtual here. They do, yes. So like I said, typically they have all of the coins that you would want to go ahead and trade. So looking at the virtual chart, it is in a little bit of a uptrend here over the last, this is the 5-minute chart. So, you know, you can adjust the charts, obviously 15, 1 hour, 4 hour. Usually the hourlies are better for swing trades, but whenever it comes to short time frame trades, if you're trading on like the 5-minute, the 15-minute, whatever the case is, those are usually quicker in and out trades. But the patterns you can see on hourly or 4 hourly are typically better. So whenever I'm looking at virtual here, just an example, I opened up a short position with a limit order because I saw that it was kind of moving towards that direction. Let's go ahead and open up a long order at market. So what that means, I'm just going at this price. It triggers immediately. I'm not looking for, okay, if it crosses 185 or if it goes below 180, I want to trigger my position. Market trading is simply that. We're just going to put 20% of the account into this position. It is currently at 3x leverage, but on virtual, you can go all the way up to 75x leverage, which is crazy. So the leverage opportunities that you're presented here with on Blofin are pretty crazy. So if you're a high risk trader or you like small moves to make big impacts on your trades, this is the place for you for sure. So I'm going to do a cross margin 20% trade on a 75x leverage. Let's go ahead and open up this long, and boom, you can see virtual long has been opened. You can see that if this position went down to 80 cents, my account would be liquidated. And then the margin ratio here is showing that you have plenty of margin to be able to cover these trades. So that is how you open up limits and market orders. And for the sake of this video, I will go ahead and just close out one of these trades to show you guys how easy it is to close these trades. So what you want to do, you can come through here and you can actually close a small sliver of your position. So let's just say I did open up a decent size trade here by margin perspectives on Bitcoin. So what I'm going to do, I want to close 50% of this, just take some of it off the table. Boom, you can see order placed. And now that size did shrink. And now I'm in about 50% of my position. So I did just close 50% of the trade by simply clicking the amount button and go ahead and put 50% and click the close button. So that was very easy to do. And if you just want to close the entire trade, you click close all and then boom, that trade will be wiped off the table. And this one's technically in a little bit of a profit above the realized profit here. So let's just go ahead and say close all. So then that's easy, you know, just go in, close your trades, not a problem at all. You can see your order history, you can see your position history here, you can see the different assets. And if you're into trading bots, they have these for you as well. So you can go over to tools and you can use signal bots, you can use future grids, you can use different types of strategies that they offer. But moving up here, you can actually go to trading bots and they have trading bots organized for you to take advantage of. So for me, I'm not a big fan of this. I think if you're going to park your money somewhere on the platform, I would look at something like copy trading. However, you can instill different bots here. You can add a different signal and you can go ahead and create a webhook, and these signal bots can temporarily trade for you on Blofin. But for me, and something I've actually used in the past, there's communities out there that I'm very close with, stuff like Market Elites, for example, who work with Blofin, and they have their own copy trading. So you can go through here, click on copy trading, go to the leaderboard, and you can see different types of copy trading. So I've gone ahead and put just $100 into one of these, and I just did it this morning, so it's down like $2. But over the long term, if you get involved with the right copy trading, you can make a little bit of cash here pretty easily. What I would be looking at, okay, and one that I chose is this one here, Crypto Vikings. Over the course of 30 days, it was 193% in profit, but the assets under management, that's really what I'm looking for. I don't want to get involved with something, 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, but for example, this one has $200 under management. You want one that has a lot of capital behind it because people seem to trust that. They've accumulated more capital into the trading bot as it goes. And you can also click into these types of things. Let's just go to Koala, for example. I know nothing about this bot, so, that is up to you if you want to get into it. Over the 90-day time period, you can see ever since this bot was started in mid-May that this has basically been nothing but profitable. There's been a couple different drawdowns, but over the course of the long term, this one has played out pretty well. If you want to get involved, you just click copy and you can go ahead and allocate capital into this trading bot. So I think that this is a pretty cool feature, especially if you know a trader that is specifically a very good trader and has a copy trading portion of the platform already set up. Like I said, shout out to Market Elites. It's a really good community of traders. They have their own copy trading for the people in that community. So that is something very strong, and I think a feature that more exchanges should offer. Private copy trading, whatever the case is. I think this is a very cool feature, especially if you're new to crypto and maybe you want to learn a little bit about how trading works, but not necessarily dive headfirst with all of your capital and then, rinse your account because you don't really know exactly what you're doing. So if you go to trade history, okay, this trader has hidden trading from non-copiers. Let's just go to the one that I put $100 in just to test out. Let's go to Crypto Vikings, and we can then take a look. And if you're new to trading and you maybe want to formulate a strategy, you can actually go in here and see the trade history. So you can kind of back test this if you want to and just be able to see why did they take this position? What was the setup on this position? And you can kind of learn the psychology of the markets and the trends that you're seeing on the chart just by following some of these copy traders that are very good and very profitable. So that is an option if you are a brand new novice to crypto, you want to learn a little bit more, maybe you want trading exposure along with your portfolio, this is a good place for you as far as the copy trading platform on Blofin. And one thing, I don't have any money here, even on my main trading account, but you can also come through here and you can stake your crypto. As you can see here, there's different APR levels for different cryptos. You can see ETH, USDC, they have Sol staking, they have Sui staking, they have Ondo, XRP, Doge, Pepe, ADA. So they do have traditional staking here. However, like I said, this is something I do not typically get involved with. So for the most part, that is the bulk of the platform as far as futures trading. They have trading bots, they have copy trading, they have staking. They really have everything that you need. They have on-ramps, they have off ramps. You can deposit with your card, Apple Pay. You can deposit on chain. Blofin has everything that you would need as a trader, whether you're an expert or a novice. But the best part about this platform is that you do not have to give your information, and they do not bar you if you are out of the United States. I am recording this in the state of Florida. I have no VPN on my computer right now. I have never had to give information to Blofin. Eventually, this probably will have to KYC just because that's how regulations are. But for now, this is by far the best option for United States traders who want to get involved and have KYC issues with mainstream exchanges like Blofin or like Bybit, for example. Blofin is 100% the place for you. And we do have a crazy sign-up bonus down below in the description. There's a competition going on over the next few weeks that you can earn up to an Omega watch. You can earn an iPad, the Apple Vision Pro, iPhones, etc. Or even just on the base level, you can earn extra money on your trading account if you just trade a certain amount of volume. And on top of that, there is a 400 an $80,000 bomb spot listing carnival. So there's deposit rewards, there's trading rewards for first place up to 500th place. So if you're interested in getting involved in trading in any of these competitions, trying to compete and win an Omega, Omega watches are right underneath Rolex. Those are pretty solid watches. Or you just need a new place to trade. You are in America like me, and you've had issues with exchanges with KYC. Link down below for Blofin. You can sign up and get a deposit bonus right now whenever you sign up for a Blofin account. So guys, let me know if you're in the United States. What do you use to trade? Are you using KYC platforms? Are you using non-KYC platforms? I think as far as the United States, there's really not many better options as far as, what we have on the table. You can go with Coinbase, but really high level, you have to get Coinbase Pro. Binance is also barred in multiple states in the United States, so not even everyone can utilize Binance. So let me know down below in the description, where are you trading? Do you use Blofin? What do you like most about Blofin? And of course, like the video and subscribe down below for more. I do feel like these videos are going to help a lot of beginners in crypto get started on each of these platforms. So we'll have more of these to come over the following weeks and months on valuable platforms that I think beginners should be able to pick up and run with and get started on their crypto journey. So guys, like and subscribe down below. I will see y'all on the next video. As always, play well, my friends, and of course, stay bullish, my friends.